Welcome to the tourist travel day of Hanoi. This is the view from mine and Joe's hotel room, right across the lake. The view is pretty traditional. We've hit a small snag this morning because James took the key to work today and Matt can't get out of his room. So me and Joe are gonna head for a walk, grab a coffee, and then we're gonna meet Matt about lunchtime. Just stopped at Tom's Cafe for a little coffee. How you feeling this morning, Joe?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Warm.
It is warm. Thankfully, we got a fan. So I never really did do quite a review on Hoi An. Hoi An is a spectacular kind of traditional old-fashioned Vietnamese town slash city. I highly recommend it. It's probably my favourite town and city. I came to Vietnam 9 years ago. Hanoi is okay, but Hoi An is just spectacular. It's traditional, it's got the beach, the air is very fresh, the people are really friendly. I can't say enough about it. If you want a bit of a beach, you stay on An Ban Beach. If you want more of a town feel, you stay in the old quarter of Hoi An. Something happens there every day, every evening. It's just a spectacular place, really highly recommend it. We're now on a tourist day here in Hanoi. We're literally heading over to Matt's in a second. We're going to drop our cases off, sort our stuff out ready so we can leave tonight. Our flight is not till just after midnight. So check out today in Hanoi. So we've met up with Matt, we've dropped all the bags off. We're now heading off for some bun chap and then we are heading down the old town. Should be a good day out. Matt, where we come back to?
Come back to the famous bun chap place that a lot of Westerners go to. It's my home favourite.
Looks good.
And I'm starving, so let's get it on.
That's what happens when you get locked in, right?
That's what happens when you get locked in, yeah.
There's some classic bun cha. What's it like, Howard?
Good as always.
Good as always. Looks good. If you're coming for bun cha, come to see this lady here. She is absolutely amazing, and this is her restaurant here in Hanoi. Thank you very much. We have just had some bun cha for lunch. We're now heading to the old quarter. It's a place that Matt is familiar with, but not that familiar with, so we're kind of just gonna get a grab to drop us off there. We're gonna walk around and check out the sights of the old quarter in Hanoi and kind of get lost for the day really and see where it takes us. So we have come to Cafe Dinh, which is a very traditional, authentic Vietnamese coffee place. Famous for its egg coffee. So we're all gonna get an egg coffee. It looks pretty cheap, it's about 30p. It doesn't look much, but it definitely feels authentic. Famous egg coffee at Cafe Dinh. Ready for this, Joanne? Let's give it a whirl. I think you're supposed to drink it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Weird? How is it weird? Uh-oh, she's got a moustache.
I can't find the coffee.
We're now just heading for a walk a bit round the lake in front of us, and then we're going to head to the famous train street and try and find out if we can see the train today and what time it comes. If not, we'll do all the usual cheesy stuff such as Instagram photos and everything else. But I must admit, I'm very much looking forward to going to Train Street. We are stood here on
Ngop Son Temple Bridge.
Okay, it's a famous red bridge. You should have seen a picture of it already. This lake is absolutely stunning here in the old quarter of Hanoi. So apparently it's traditional in Vietnam to walk with your belly out.
To be the men. It's rude to take your shirt off. Well, it's not very unrude, but it's what Vietnamese men do when they get really hot. get a bit of belly out. And when Westerners do it, they find it, I think, quite funny. I don't think they think they're taking a piss.
So we're here on the famous train street with all the cafes. I must admit, it's pretty busy. It's full of people taking Instagram photos and vlogs, a bit like myself. It is pretty spectacular to see. You'd never see this back at home in England. Sat here on Train Street at one of the little cafes. Not quite sure if the train's going to come by or not today, but it's pretty spectacular to see it. So it turns out the next train is not due for about 5 hours. So we're going to head off to the Prisoner of War Museum from the infamous Vietnamese War. Check out what that's like. We may come back this evening, we're not sure. It is the last day, so we haven't really got time to go back and forth to the same place. But if you come to Hanoi, definitely pop along to the train street. One of the cafes is absolutely brilliant. Quite enjoyed it. And a good little tourist spot. Something you definitely wouldn't see back home in England. So we are here at the Hao Lao prison, which is a POW prison from the Vietnamese War. Let's go check it out inside. Don't lock me in! That feels absolutely horrible. There is no way on earth I'd ever want to go to prison. In fact, especially in somewhere like this. So just went to the Hua Lo prison, absolutely spectacular tour, very eye-opening, very frightening of how prisoners were treated, particularly during the French Revolution, and then obviously there was a little bit during the Second World War as well. And it was very interesting that they tell us that during the Vietnamese-American War that American prisoners of war, particularly pilots, were treated kind of like they were at a hotel. Not sure how accurate that is, but very interesting to read and see that. This has been the view for the last hour or so. Been absolutely beautiful. We're now just heading back to pick James up, and then we're going to head out for some dinner and kind of reminisce on our best bits of this trip. Last down the bikes.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I've been on the back. Here we go. So we're here for dinner at the Moose and Roo this evening. The boys tell us it's good. So we're sat here at the Last Supper, which of course we're not too happy about. But I am going to ask the guys one final question, and they've got to answer it. Okay. So they're just applying their final bits of makeup. What that really means is washing away the sweat off their heads because it's hot here. So here you go.
Howard,
Yes.
favourite moment? You've got to pick one moment, not a day, one moment.
The first massage after the bike trip. That was pretty good. I think for me, driving along with the river. I think it was like the third or fourth day. Like
The last day?
Yeah, the route you didn't take, you haven't taken. Yeah, I really like that drive. That was really nice.
So the last day on the bikes in Hazang.
Yeah.
James, same question.
Mine is also the same. Mine is the first day at Hazang, and it's also when we were driving down by the river through the valley. And when it starts opening up, and you've just gone through the first town, and then there's the valley, and it's beautiful. And then I could just relax and when you're going through like the ethnic minorities, like the Hmong little towns, and the kids smiling. I love that little bit. That's my happy place. And you're looking around going, does everyone else like it? Does everyone else enjoying Hazang?
Joe, your favourite moment?
On the bikes and my first rain experience of being really scared, but at the same time it was really fun. And love my helmet.
That was fun.
I think my single favourite moment, I must admit the whole of the bike experience was brilliant, but the last bit where we got the camera out in front of us, riding into town together, trying to look cool. I think that was my favourite moment. That was awesome. But everything about Hazang was just absolutely epic. We're literally about to tuck into our last dinner, talking about the last 2 weeks, and then myself and Joe, as I mentioned earlier, we're flying home with Emirates, flying business class. Check out the review for that in the next vlog. What would be interesting to hear any of your comments or thoughts about what were your favourite moments watching this series, if you have any. It's been absolutely brilliant filming it, we've loved it, and we're definitely going to come back in the next 12 to 18 months. So yeah, Vietnam's awesome.
Peace out.
I hate goodbyes. I hate goodbyes.
Take it easy. Right, thanks for coming.
It's been epic filming with this man and his brother. That's the end of Vietnam. We're off to the airport now. Thanks for watching. Me and Joe are flying Emirates. We're flying business class versus economy. Watch the next video.
Safe trip. Cheers, dude. Right, see you later, mate. Good luck, alright?
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.